Hello, Aquarius. What's going on? If you are just now tuning in, welcome to Empress Energy Magic. I am Empress Energy, and we are looking into your person's energy to figure out what you need to know. Okay, we're just going to open the channel and just allow it to come through what needs to come through. Okay, so we are speaking of your person in terms of someone that you may have a romantic interest in. So, an ex, a situationship, or friends with benefits. Someone you may have a crush on, things of that nature. So keep in mind, Aquarius, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And also check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, as well as even your north node to get a more rounded out in-depth reading. Okay, so let's see. I am tapped into Aquarius's person's energy. What does Aquarius need to know about you? What does Aquarius need to know about you right now? What does Aquarius need to know about you? Whoa. Oh, let's see. What do we have here? We got coldness. Let's see if I want to take all these. Holy moly. Okay, I am going to take all of this. Okay, this is so funny. Your person's energy, Aquarius, is all over the place. We've got coldness, mixed signals. We also have marriage, resistance, slipped away. Let's see, what else do we have coming out? It slipped away, power couple, and regret. Okay, so your person has a lot to say, Aquarius, okay? Which I feel... this is like what they could say. This is what they would say if you know, I don't know, I guess if they had the energy to do it. I'm picking up a very King or Queen of Swords energy with this person. Just not very in tune or in touch with their emotions. With coldness and mixed signals, I feel like this was their energy towards you. This is definitely their energy towards you. And they wanted, I feel like you kind of got them in a place in their heart where they wanted marriage. They wanted that power couple dynamic with you. But I'm hearing that it goes against the grain of who they, I don't know, something about it. It's just like they want it, but they don't. It's like, you know, it's one of those things where you know, you kind of idealize something like having kids, but once, you know, that opportunity comes up to actually like, okay, let's do this, then all of a sudden the reality of, you know, what it means to have kids, what that means. Okay, for those of you who are parents, you know exactly what I mean. It's like, you know, you start to look at all the pros and the cons, and sometimes just because of the way, you know, different programs are, as far as, you know, subconscious programs, you tend to look at what should be a happy thing as nothing but burden. And I feel like that's, I'm seeing the Ten of Wands popping up where it comes to how they feel about marriage. Like in their mind, right? We got this power couple, like they can see the two of you being a power couple together. But when they actually think of, you know, marriage and what it takes and actually being in a marriage, the responsibilities of being in a marriage and working on a relationship and stuff like that, I'm picking up Ten of Wands energy. It feels overwhelming to them, which is why they would move towards you and then pull away, move towards you and pull away. And they may have even been in an energy where this is all happening subconsciously, right? So they don't realize that they're idolizing marriage in a certain way, but then something stops them. And what stops them, they don't know why they're being stopped. And so they just kind of tend to look at you and be like, it's got to be something about you, Aquarius, about why I can't move forward. And so they try and look for flaws and faults in you, when really that's not what it is. It's an internal thing, because they're doing this with, regardless. It's a fear of commitment in this capacity. Okay, it's a fear of commitment, a fear of intimacy. They do this with everybody. Okay, whether they have done this long enough to realize that this is a cycle, this is a pattern that they have. If they if they haven't realized it as a pattern yet, they will. Okay, they have a deep resistance to the commitment of marriage. Okay, they want power couple. They do want it. They do want that, or they did want that, because here we've got slipped away, we got power couple and regret. Okay, what's coming through is you're the one that got away, Aquarius. And if they don't feel like that, that's the energy they're going to be in when they realize what happened. Okay, it says they're having a hard time forgiving themselves for treating you poorly, much less expecting you to forgive them. Yeah, because they realize the potential of this connection with you. They know it could have went the distance, but they had a deep resistance to marriage. So consciously, even in their daydreams, like, yeah, they may have even told you, I want marriage, I want kids, I want that power couple dynamic, and they may have even told you they could see you being a power couple, and then all of a sudden, once the ball got rolling, everything started to unravel. Okay, let's find out what is going on with your person. Like, what is causing this? What is causing this? What is causing this? They need to heal. And the Star in reverse talks about delayed healing with the Four Pentacles in reverse. They need to open up. Okay, that's what it is. They have a fear of intimacy, basically. They have a fear of opening up, and that's what needs to be healed. They have a fear of truly being seen. And I don't mean seen in a way of like physically, like they have a fear of like bearing their soul, bearing their innermost, heartmost desires, stuff like that. Okay, there's something about being vulnerable that they they feel repelled towards being vulnerable. Okay, which is one of the main things. I mean, when you are in a marriage with somebody, you're living with them, you're doing life with them day in and day out, you are going to see that person. Yeah, everything about them. We got the Three of Cups with the Devil. So they may have put you in a third-party situation. And the reason why they were putting you in a third-party situation was running away from needing to heal. Running away from feeling vulnerable. And so I almost feel like this may even be multiple third parties that you were put in. The Chariot in reverse, Magician, and Lovers. Yeah, okay. So here's this mixed signal, because I feel like they were manifesting you in, Aquarius. They were manifesting you in. You're their soulmate. Okay? You, like, if they have a list somewhere of the traits and everything that they want, or that they idealize or think that an ideal partner for them would have, that's you. And they put a stop to that, because once it started to come in, it's like the reality of it started hitting them, and it's like, oh, and it's a deep subconscious thing. It's a deep subconscious programming they may not even be aware of. That's what subconscious means. It's hidden. You're unaware of it. Put a screeching halt to that. Okay, they've got a subconscious programming here. They got an ego, that's like, no, we don't do that here. We don't do vulnerable here. We don't do intimacy here. We don't do that here. And so the manifestation of their soulmate, which was you, Aquarius, was just stopped. And all of a sudden, it's like, you know, I almost feel like in order to push you away, they may have even made you, and they may have villainized you to some degree or demonized you. You know, if you've been with this person for a while, or at least long enough for their energy to kick you into survival mode, then you may have ended up showing up in a way that is not in alignment with your authentic self, which is what happens when we go into survival mode. That's what happens when we shut down and we become a shell of the person we used to be. It's like we're just in survival mode. So we're not showing up as our true authentic self. We're basically in robot mode, just trying to get through the day. Okay. So if they are telling you that, you know, you're not their person, they thought that you were, but blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, they were manifesting you in, and when they met you, you were in the energy that they wanted. Their energy is what made you go into survival mode and start showing up. And, you know, it's like, and they did that on purpose. Like their subconscious programming did that on purpose, because it won't allow your person to become vulnerable. It won't allow them to open up. It won't allow them to experience intimacy, because there is a cost to them. Okay, I hope that's making sense. All right, so what does Aquarius's person plan on doing? What is your person, what do you plan on doing with this connection with Aquarius? What do you plan on doing with this connection with Aquarius? Turning over a new leaf. Okay, looking at things differently. They may be in a hot-cold dynamic, okay? This may be something that you're used to experiencing with them. We also have investments. Stability-wise, practical income of money. Let's get a couple more. So they're definitely looking at wanting to invest in this connection with you, Aquarius, okay? Whatever energy they're in right now, it's like they're getting ready to switch up on you. As far as like if they, you know, I feel for most of you, and what I mean is they're in the energy of being kind of cold and detached. And that's getting ready to change. They're going to get, and I'm hoping this isn't just part of a cycle. See, we got spotlight, all eyes on you. Healing, recovering from traumatic events that cause pain and suffering. And so it's very possible, although the energy isn't showing up here yet. This is why I say go check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, because there's other placements in this series of readings where this information will come together for you, okay? But in this particular reading, the energy isn't coming through yet that your person is in the energy of healing, okay? But that's their intentions. That's what they're moving towards, okay? Spotlight on you, Aquarius. And so I do feel like whatever energy they're in now, if they're in the energy of where it's like, oh, this isn't going to work out. You know, you're not the one. I thought you were the one, but you're not. This, that, and the other. They're getting ready to switch up on you, and they're going to want to invest, okay, in you and in this connection. All right. They're going to elevate you. Like, see this, but I'm catching, just put it where it fits, you guys. I'm catching a push and pull dynamic here, though, where this feels very familiar. Okay, I don't want to say that it's not genuine, because when that part of them activates, it really is genuine in that moment. But then they hit that oh shit, it's time for me to be vulnerable trigger, and then they run again. Okay, so I'm just letting you know. I can't say definitively whether or not this person is really going to be doing the healing needed to heal that push-pull, hot-cold dynamic, okay? where, you know, they're running, you're chasing, and then you stop chasing, you focus on yourself and living your life, and then all of a sudden, you know, because they feel your energy is off of them, then they feel it's safe to come back. But then the moment your energy is back on them again, they run away. They demonize you to it. You know what I mean? Like, in extreme cases, if they can't find like plausible reasons to sever the connection, they'll hyperinflate perceived flaws of you, or just make shit up altogether in their heads that they actually do believe to be true. Okay. Let's see. What can Aquarius do in the meantime? What is Aquarius's guidance? Higher power, choosing your highest good, aligning with your higher self, connected to spirit. I'm hearing you know what you need to do right now. And the energy that's coming through, I know that you are very familiar with. Ooh, Phoenix, you guys. Learning, okay? So it's basically, it's like you, Aquarius, need to like learn how to get very comfortable and familiar in your own energy, and let this person, at least for the time being, just let him go, okay? Or at least stop focusing your attention on this person and on the connection. Focus it back on yourself, okay? We got higher power, Phoenix, and learning. So I really do feel, for a lot of you watching this person's energy kicked you into survival mode. And so by taking your energy off of that person and using your own energy to nurture and care for and resurrect yourself, okay? You're going to get what you need and what you want from that. I feel like this person drained you. I feel like they really drained you. There may be, with learning here, it may help you to do some reading or to do some research into like attachment styles, okay? Different attachment styles. There's anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, and secure attachment. And you know, you got secure attachment. That's the only healthy attachment style there is. The other two are insecure attachment styles. They're very toxic. Both of them are. They're avoidant attachment, and then there's anxious attachment. And if you look and do some reading on that, it will really put into perspective what you're going through, okay? And it may help you to kind of like detach emotionally from this connection, at least long enough for both of you to heal if it's meant to come back together again. But you need to focus on yourself. I'm hearing a lot of self-care. Focus on yourself. Focus on connecting to your higher self and your higher power, and work on resurrecting yourself back to, you know, who you are authentically, back into your power, okay? Yeah, all right, Aquarius, that was your reading. Do me a favor, comment below. Let me know what you thought. Also, let me know what your Aquarius placements are. If this did resonate, smash the like button, share and subscribe if you feel led to do so, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Thanks, Aquarius.